Hey everyone, welcome back to another New World video. Now in today's video, I want to show you guys another money making method, as there are so many different opportunities to go ahead and make money. And honestly, some of the things are selling for really cheap on the market that on the server that I play on, because every server is going to be dependent and not based on each other's. Whereas an example would be, you might be able to sell flint on one market and make $2 or 2 coin per flint, whereas another server might only be able to get 0.05 coin for flint. So it really depends on what your server does, and you want to make sure that you guys pay attention to that. So I'm going over based on what I find a decent way to go ahead and make money on the server that I play on. And I do feel like a lot of the things that I gather are going to be very late game, and I'm hoarding them, and I haven't made videos on them just because I feel like they're going to be more valuable later on. Some people are selling some of those things and those items for extremely cheap right now, where I feel like they're going to be worth a lot more once people start getting into that 50 to 60 range, especially when they hit 60 and they start focusing on their specific things that they're actually looking for. And if you hold on to some of those things, well, you might be able to make some good coin here in New World. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the market here just real quick. At least on my server, again, every server is going to be completely dependent on the server that you guys play on. So again, one thing that sells really good on my server might not sell good on your server, so just pay attention to that. But I'm going to continue making videos because I feel like, you know, there's a lot of opportunities, and if you guys didn't know about certain things, we're going to go ahead and talk about it. So potatoes in general actually sell for actually a lot of money just right off the bat. You can find these things pretty much everywhere. We're going to look at all settlements, and we're going to see what the lowest price on the server is selling it for. 60 cents. Okay, that's actually pretty low. Okay, which isn't bad. So 60 cents in Windsward. Not bad at all, actually. So if you don't really, but there's only 2 available, and then there's 56 available at Everfall. So putting 56 coin in, or 56 items into 0.68 coin, that's actually not that bad of an investment if you don't really want to take the time to go ahead and gather potatoes, because that's ultimately what we're going to be doing in today's video. All right, so now the next thing that we're actually going to take a look at is roasted potatoes. Now, this is one of the first things you can start crafting these up extremely low, but you can actually go ahead and gather these things: peppercorn, butter, potatoes if you want, and then you can sell them on the market. The cheapest one anywhere, there's only 3 available, so you could easily price this for at least $18 per item, as long as you have enough peppercorn, that is. And go ahead and sell them on any of the market, and they're going to go ahead and sell. And you can see not a lot of people are actually selling these anyway. 3, 9, 12, 2, 17, 5, and etc. I mean, there's only 1 at 25, and there's really only 2 pages of them. Not very many at all. So let's go ahead and type in just potatoes one more time, and let's actually go to see, that was roasted potatoes, so we want herb roasted potatoes. Now, these are more specifically what I've actually gone, and this is actually interesting to me. So something that's actually a tier 2 version is selling for less than the tier 1 version, which means that we're actually going to get more luck from mining for a longer period of timing, but it's actually cheaper. And I feel like on this market, even in like Everfall, which is my primary home base, I could sell it for 15 because, I mean, yes, Windsward is really close and people might travel there, but for the most part, people are lazy, don't want to spend the A's off or even spend the time and energy to go ahead and run down there if they don't have enough A's off, and you could sell it for 15 and people will easily go ahead and purchase that. All right. Now, the next one beyond this is actually going to be boiled potatoes. Now, boiled potatoes is another pretty easy one to go ahead and create. Only 3 people are selling them on the market. The cheapest one is a 55, which I don't know why they actually listed it for that cheap, to be 100% honest. Now, I'm going to specifically look at boiled potatoes, and we're going to be looking at the herb roasted potatoes, because those are going to be some of the easiest ingredients to go ahead and get. And believe it or not, you can get all of this stuff here in First Light. That's where I'm currently at. And the same thing with the herb roasted potatoes. You can actually get them down here in First Light as well. So if you guys want to be able to go ahead and grab all of this honey, you can get, every settlement has a honey barrel. You can get anywhere between like 15 and 25 honey. I think right now I'm gathering about 21 honey per time that I grab it, and every time that I see a settlement offer it, I go ahead and grab it. Otherwise, you can find honey trees pretty much anywhere in the world. There's a lot of them. If you guys are familiar with the lodestone bear and going after some of the skinning levels, it's been recently patched, but you guys can actually find like 5 honey trees really close there and get easily over 100 honey just from going up into that location. And you don't even have to go to the bear location at all. You can just go up to it. There's a shrine really close to it, and you can actually make your way up to that. Butter's pretty easy. There's a couple cows and a couple settlements that you guys can actually go ahead and milk, and then you turn the milk into butter at any of the kitchens. I'm gonna show you guys the one that's here in First Light. There is not one in Everfall, so just be aware of that. And then cinnamon. Cinnamon can only be found in a couple different places. I believe it's 2 places for sure, Cutlass Keys and First Light, but I want to say the other one is Eden Grove, or it's Morningdale. It's one of the 2 for cinnamon, so the much higher levels for a lot of people to go into for both of those locations, whereas First Light is a very beginner friendly area that you guys can easily go ahead and do that. So this one is super simple to go ahead and get. So let's go ahead and show you guys on the map where you guys can first of all go ahead and find potatoes down here in this area. You can actually find potatoes right here at this farm right here, which makes it actually really easy to go ahead and get a whole bunch. Super simple. And honestly, if you want to go up to Everfall has a really good farm just outside of the settlement too, and you can get a lot of potatoes right here just outside of Everfall. Those are the 2 primary locations that I use. I know that Windsor does have some potato areas as well. I don't go there specifically for potatoes, so I couldn't tell you exactly where they are located. And then you can see I have all the herbs marked here on the map, so look at all that you guys can actually go ahead and get. So you're going to get nutmeg, you're going to get saffron, you're going to get obviously the main one, which I can't remember what it's actually called. I never really use it anyway. And then you're obviously going to get the cinnamon. And you can see that currently in my inventory we actually got quite a bit of cinnamon. We've got 43 at it. We got 49 saffron. We've got, oh, I forgot about dill. You get some dill here. Lots of cabbage in the area that you guys can go ahead and easily collect. There's actually hemp, so if you guys want to continue to collect hemp in the area, I still gather it just because I use it to turn it into cloth or linen and other things to actually go ahead and weave and etc. So just be well aware of that. And then obviously this is the hyssop that I couldn't remember the name of from before. And you'll get a ton of that, which doesn't sell for anything, but you can use it as an ingredient in some of your potions. Now, as far as the cow goes, I'm going to show you guys exactly where you can actually find that one. If you spawn in, you're going to spawn in up there, and then you come down here and you turn this corner, and there's going to be a cow right here, and you can actually go ahead and milk the cow. And then you just need to go to any of the kitchens on any of the settlements and go ahead and easily convert that milk into butter. Or you can actually just randomly find milk in any of the supply crates. This is a really good village right here to go ahead and find a ton of different supply crates, and they refresh roughly every hour. Then you can also collect the ones from here. Now, as far as the cauliflower goes, that's probably one that more and more people don't know about. This area, which I have not been to, is actually known for cauliflower right here. So just outside of First Light settlement. The other 2 areas are still in First Light. You're going to go up here to Nyhart's Anchorage. In this area, you'll find some cauliflower, and then also at Kaufman's Redoubt, you'll be able to find cauliflower there as well. And then every city does have a well of water that you guys can go ahead and just grab if they don't have any fresh water nearby. Otherwise, if you guys are working in Windsward, you have a stream that runs right through it. Makes it really easy to just get a ton of water. That's usually what I do. I'll load up on water and then I take it back to Everfall, because Everfall is the primary area where I do all of my crafting, just because that is my home base, and it's actually my faction, and actually the company that I'm a part of owns that city as well. So it just makes it really easy and convenient for me to just put everything right there. But hopefully this does help you guys out. You can easily go ahead and make them. If you guys have any further questions about this specific opportunity, by all means leave a comment down below. I'd love to be able to help you guys out here in New World if you guys so desire. But until next time, YouTube, you guys keep doing what you're doing because you're already doing it, and you guys stay gaming.